Hello and welcome back to our HIP Republic of Ireland campaign. In our last episode, we had a little bit of a problem where a little bit of a annoying thing happened where the Grand Mayor Donald Dove, our liege and old friend of our father, turned against our family and straight up stole one of our trade posts from us, the one up here in Antrim, which is very unfortunate, especially because it meant that we have lost control over this trade zone here, or sea zone, in the Irish Sea. So unfortunately I don't think we have any recourse to take that back from him, so if we want to regain control over this zone, we're just going to have to build another trade post somewhere in here. Which I kind of don't want to do because I'm trying to keep money at the moment, because the succession is probably going to happen pretty soon. Donald Dove is getting on in years, he's 59 years old. He has no particular health bonuses, I don't think. Here's the family focus, so that'll give him +1. But he'll probably not live too much longer. So we want to make sure that we have money on hand just in case we die at around the same time as he does, so that we can buy a second election in quick succession if that seems to be necessary. So for now, I think we'll just... Oh well, here we go. I think we'll just keep our money and look at trying to build another trade post or two in the Irish Sea later, maybe after succession, once we're back in charge of the Republic. I don't feel too well, something is wrong with me, I'm burning up with fever. I am ill, so that's -2 health to me. I guess we should probably try to live longer ourselves. Maybe switch our focus to something that will improve our health. Namely, hunting, probably? Since we can get even an extra +1 health if somebody gives us a hunting dog. For now, we're making a bit less gold than we were before since we lost that trade post, but we're still making a decent 25 or so per month. After I told my son it was time to head home, he looked at me with a grin on his face and told me to race him home, leaving me to carry everything on my own, so we can race him and he might gain playful. Okay, or we can lecture him about responsibilities. Well, can we look at what playful would be good for? Do we have any older children? It doesn't just show us what playful is. Let's see, do you have any children? Here, let's see. Okay. So playful is good for intrigue. Whereas responsibilities, who knows what that might end up giving him? Maybe conscientious or something, if I had to guess. I think we'll have to lecture him. We'll have to be a bit of an old stick in the mud. So I don't know what the outcome of that was. Let's check on his traits and see. I guess he didn't pick up any particular traits. Hopefully he turns out pretty well. I think the ideal outcome would be that we die before Donald Dove, but after our son is of age, so he can just inherit the Republic directly. We only have to go through one succession of the Republic. Maybe that wouldn't be the best outcome, I don't know. Our chaplain has improved opinion with the Pope, that's good. We could actually probably afford to take some money out of the campaign fund. We're about 2,000 ahead here. Probably should stay maybe about 1,000 ahead. Just to make absolutely sure of things. Alright, so... I don't know at what point I'm gonna feel more comfortable maybe spending some money on a trade post or two. Maybe after we have 2,000 gold, we'll keep 2,000 for election purposes and then maybe spend the surplus on trade posts. I guess we could potentially declare war on people for trade posts as well. We can't do it within the Republic because we have way more than everybody else, but we can declare on other republics and seize trade posts from them. So like up here, for example, there's a trade post in Ross belonging to one of the families in the Republic of the Northern Isles, who are not very powerful. We should have the ability to declare on them for a trade post. It would be the one in Ross that we would want. Maybe we should do this. The council is in favor. Problem is, we personally are not very powerful, so we would have to hire mercenaries to do it, which is kind of similar to just paying to build our own trade post. The crickets are chirping and singing quite loudly tonight, more so than usual. This is a rather odd occurrence. Maybe it's a bad omen, like another comet, or perhaps it is a good one. We'll say their music is beautiful. This is a good thing. So I guess maybe the same deal there. We'll wait till we get over 2,000 gold and then maybe take a trade post instead of building one. Doesn't give us control over the Irish Sea, of course, but we can do that later, I suppose. We'll interfere in this argument about a payment. We settled the matter and tried to be as just as we could. Okay. Sounds good. How is Donald Dove doing? Our nephew Aina expresses his wish to have a seat on the council. His contribution to the realm is significant, and his military strength is not to be ignored. I don't know, it seems pretty ignorable to me. So including him in the council may eliminate a potential future threat. Well, he would be decent as marshal. We have a better marshal, though. Or we can disappoint him. I think we'll disappoint him. We could check if there's anybody else who might be better at it, though. We do have a genius courtier who would be a better marshal. And yeah, I guess we'll appoint her. No reason not to, really. Of her trained troops. I don't really want to fire this guy as our steward since he considers himself a powerful vassal, and actually he's the best person for the job anyway. And she's the best ambassador. Okay. Everything else can just stay like it is then. Oh, we have a new heir. Oh, okay, so Donald Dove has died. I see. So, Grand Mayor Donald II of Meath has inherited the Republic of Meath, the Republic of Leinster, Grand City of Dublin, from Grand Mayor Donald Dove the Usurper. Rest in peace, I suppose. We've been elected the new Grand Mayor, that's fine. And our heir is Aina McAina. Okay. Alright then, so... I thought it was our brother who we had as our designated heir. Maybe not, though? Okay. Never mind. That'll do for the moment. Ideally, of course, we're not going to die until our son comes of age. Unfortunately, he's a leper, which is something I feel like I should have been informed about when it happens. Well... I guess we'll have to choose somebody else as our heir, probably. Well, let's sort out everything else anyway. We need to appoint a new council now that we're back in charge of the Republic. Alright, so let's see. All of our powerful vassals, most of whom are the other patricians, I guess, are pretty bad at diplomacy. So I guess we'll appoint this Baron instead. He'd also make a very good Marshal. Maybe we'll leave the Ambassador open for the moment. I guess we can appoint this guy as our Marshal. He wouldn't be terrible at the job. For Steward, none of our powerful vassals are going to be good at that. This guy is a patrician as well, though. I guess we'll appoint him. Lord Mayor wouldn't be horrendous as Spymaster, but he wouldn't be great. I guess we're going to have to make some compromises, though, so I guess we can appoint him. And we'll just appoint this bishop as our court chaplain. So for ambassador, yeah, I think we'll appoint you. We have commander title available, which we'll give to you, I suppose. We can go into hiding if we want to. The council is going to be discontent for 2 years. We apparently have title loss on succession. Our current heir is not in line to inherit. He's well behind. Kind of as expected. This is why we have all this money. So we'll see how much it's going to cost us to get him to the head of the queue here. Quite a lot, it looks like, is the answer. But we can afford it. Okay, we'll put it at 7,000 for the moment. It's costing us 1,200 golds. Hopefully we don't die in the near future. But we are 58, so it seems pretty likely. We can create 2 duchies, but I don't think we need to do that. We have the Duchy of Leinster as well, but of course we have to hold on to it because we are not yet a king. We are at 43% of the territory that we need to create the kingdom title, so we will want to do that pretty soon, hopefully. Let's unpause here and see if we get any terrible faction problems or anything. Oh, we should also put our council to work, of course. So the Prosperity faction is by far the strongest. Actually, not by far, the Tradition faction is strong too. They are unhappy, and the Prosperity faction is content. Okay. So I guess we have to worry about the Tradition faction. In that case, let's see here. The Reebwidgeon of Kildare is the leader, so we'll have our ambassador work on him to improve opinion. So we now control 2 cities in Dublin, as well as, I'm assuming, the patrician holding is in Dublin now as well, so we should do all of our stuff there. Like training troops and collect taxes. Let's just make sure this increases our income from our family holding. Yes, that does. That's fine. And I guess we'll have our Spymaster study technology. Send him over to steal the Kaiser's secrets. And we don't need to proselytize or anything, so we can send our court chaplain off to Rome. Okay. This guy claims he would be a better spy master. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to fire a Lord Mayor from my council. So we can tell him to go away and don't come back. Ooh, the Tradition faction is now angry, and the Prosperity faction is happy. Court faction is also angry, but that's just the Lady of Offaly here, so we don't need to worry about her, I don't think. We are going to need to do something about the Tradition faction, though, I think. Well, this guy is infirm, and is probably going to die soon. They're rebellious. Alright, so what can we do to Improve the mood of the tradition faction. Good relations with members helps. Granting titles. Well, we don't want to give out any titles. Lifetime appointment for councillors. I don't really know what that means. He's already a councillor, so I don't know if we can tell him that he... Well, he's not a councillor, actually. He's High Admiral. We could appoint him as a councillor. Fortunately, he's terrible at everything except learning. How about the other faction member? He's okay at diplomacy. So we could appoint her there. Alright, we'll see if this helps. I don't know if that counts as a lifetime appointment. Any member being appointed as Lord Spiritual. Is that an honorary title? Guess we don't have an honorary title to give her, so that's fine. They like high piety. They like holy wars and crusades. They like indulgences and charity. Okay, well, we can probably buy indulgences. That seems unreasonably expensive, so maybe let's not do that. Alright, well, we'll just have to see what happens here, I suppose. And if we end up fighting them, we can probably just hire mercenaries and win. He's also joined the increased council power faction. Okay. Created it. Two of the patricians are fighting each other over a trade post, that's fine. Our leprous son requires a focus. Well, I don't know if he can be cured of leprosy at any point, but I guess we'll hope that he can and continue his education as normal. So he's brooding and rowdy. Rowdy is good for martial. Brooding is good for stewardship, which is, I think, what we want, so we'll choose that. We'll see if she'll accept a gift. Yeah, I think we will send that. And this guy is real annoyed and also in that faction. Okay, so let's see. We don't want to fire our marshal. We could fire our steward. He's not a very good steward. It wouldn't get him out of the faction immediately either, since we're discontent, or the council is discontent. It would improve his opinion substantially, though. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. I guess I should have appointed more powerful vassals to the council in the first place, even if they are terrible at their jobs. If I can actually click on it correctly here. So I think that's a pretty substantial decrease in our income, because we have a much worse steward. It's up to -14. That seems like an unreasonably large gift as well, so I don't think we'll be giving him that. We'll appoint him a High Judge, though. And he is no longer our steward, okay. She is no longer our ambassador, because they have issued me with a declaration of war. They're prepared to see us removed from the throne of Meath. There shall be no compromise. Okay. This guy stands at our side during the civil war. Okay, good. Alright, well, let's see here. How strong are you? He's got 4,000 troops at his disposal. We've got 2,300, 2,400 or so that we can raise immediately. We have 600 gold we can use for mercenaries. We could try to get an alliance or something. Let's appoint some replacements on our council. So we could potentially try to mollify some of the other powerful vassals here. Looks like it's only her, though. I think we'll just appoint the best people for the job for the time being, especially if they're people who it's not going to matter if we fire them. I guess it matters somewhat if we fire a baron here. He's probably going to die soon anyway, though. We'll just appoint him for now. Let's see, who should we have her improve relations with? I guess awfully. Alright, let's check out our options when it comes to mercenaries. So if our income is 30 gold or so, we can afford to support any mercenary band pretty much indefinitely, it looks like. So we can easily hire, say, this 4,000 strong band and support them for a long time. We will be paying some gold to support our own levies when we raise them as well, though, so maybe it won't be for that long. Maybe be a little more conservative and hire a slightly cheaper band. Maybe the Breton Company. Okay, I think we'll hire the Breton Company for now. We'll raise whatever levies we can raise, where there are no enemy troops already. Transport you around to Dublin by boat, so there's no chance of you getting destroyed on the way. Alright, so this gives us about 5,000 troops or thereabouts. They have 4,000, so I think our chances of winning are pretty good. We might look around for potential alliances as well. We could get a betrothal for our leprous son. I don't think he's going to be much of a catch, but we'll see if anybody is willing. Get non-aggression pacts with fairly minor realms, it looks like. Grand Mayor of the Northern Isles. Or a Jarl? Maybe not. I think we should be able to win without any outside help, though, but we are just about out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here and find out in the next one. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.